Anyways, I'm rounding out this line. And it was a graduated bob shape that my friend Danny Munoz did when he was cutting hair here before he went back to California. And so what I'm doing is I'm tying it in from the top of the fringe, right? So I chipped away at it, and now I'm going to cut it a little bit cleaner. It's a little difficult working this angle on mannequin hair and the camera, but I'm doing my best. So I just want to kind of round this out a bit more. Right there. Still have a bit of a corner here. How you doing out there today? They can't hear the music now, those bastards. I can hear it. So you see that, right? So we're right here. And I can do this too. I can put it in my comb, which will make it a little bit easier. I don't want my arm to get in your way. But these shears are super sharp. These are the Pimays from Hanzo, if you like their brand. And so I'm just allowing the comb to get the hair. Sorry, my fat arm is in the way. On the other side, it won't be. Hey there. I am just taking the straight line edge off this graduated bob and tying the shape into the fringe right now. This is an old haircut a friend of mine did on this mannequin head and he did some color on it. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of tapping my comb right here, bringing it down, doing a little bit of point cutting because it's a bit forgiving on the line, correct? Brooke, I'm so happy for you. You have no idea. If anybody out there is listening to me right now, watching, and you don't know who Brooke LeMasters is, you need to find out and go to her Facebook page and go to her Instagram because she does some kick-ass work. That's all I gotta say, you know what I mean? So, yeah, your photo shoot was just outstanding. Hey, Maria. So, what I've been doing is I'm taking this very geometric, kind of just so Sassoon influenced graduated bob and turning it into something a bit more rounder. And let's see how we do this up here. So I'm going to put my comb in right here and I'm going to work off that line on my comb, right? And I love doing this shit on a blonde mannequin because you see everything. You see all your mistakes, all the chop lines you give, right? So you can see what's happening right here. So again, I just put the comb in right underneath. I use it to hold the hair, and I'm just point cutting into this right now. I was trying to cut it really clean, but you know, some mannequin heads can be. So let's round this out a little bit more. And see, I'm right here. So it gives you a little bit of space between the forehead as I'm doing this kind of like Prince Valiant looking thing right now. Or the Dutch boy, right? I kind of like this kind of thatchy, chopped into texture here. Oh, girl, please. You rock. I wish I could have gone out to Columbus for the show this year, but I couldn't. Things have been a little tight because of the build out that I'm doing. And I'm broke as shit. So, let's see how I do on this side, right? So these shears are a beast, and now I get to cut it from my most comfortable side. Ready? Let's look at this shit. Watch this. Ready? Boom. All right. You guys can't hear it, but I hear Slave to the Grind by Skid Row. That's all I'm saying. The Facebook police can't shut me down on that shit. So again, you see right here, right? Turn that a little bit more. And I'm gonna blend that up top here. I'll go between point cutting and regular cutting all the time. I'm just trying to get the shit off just so I can kind of become more of a sculptor with it than anything else. So that's cool. Knock that shit out, right? So now we got more of a rounder shape heading into the back where that graduated bob was. But I'm still going to work this a little bit more because it is a mannequin, and you know mannequin heads suck. And see how sharp this pair of shears is, right? This pair of shears is no joke. The price is no joke either. Those motherfuckers want like $3,000 for this shit. For this pair of scissors. Yes, I said $3K, right? Oh. Did I spend $3K? You know I did not. And they did not give me the discount either. All right. Let's chop this shit up. Because it looks like hell underneath, trust me. The way they put the hair in on this shit, probably should have cut this with a razor. And probably shouldn't have cut it this short. That's the only bitch about working on mannequins. But I like working on mannequins and doing the kind of creative shit I like to do because all those kids that want what I offer can't really afford what I want for all those crazy colors and shit. So let's be real. Charge what we're worth, right? Charge what we charge. Screw that bullshit. All right. Thanks. Okay, so I'm still working this front. It's still just a little boxy to me, a little square. So, I'm just trying to round this out. I'm probably going to round it a little bit more. So, I love the choppiness that this hair texture has. And this mannequin stand sucks. Come on, it just moves too much. Cool thing is the mannequins, you can do whatever they want, whatever you want, and they never complain. I was trying to teach these classes for this one company, right? And it really sucked because every time Cinnamon Coco's watching me, I can't believe that little dog is watching me. Are you serious? That little ass dog is watching me. Cinnamon Coco, I love you, but your daddy's a real dick. Ah, just kidding. Because you didn't take him with you, pal. How'd you like that green one that I fucked up? Zach Radcliffe, homeboy, what's up? So this is inspired by a couple things. One is there was a haircut called the Halo. So this is sort of inspired from the Halo, which is a round shape from the 70s. It's like a bowl cut. All right. Sweet. Love all this choppiness. Okay, so let's get into here where the weight drops, right? So the weight drops right here. And I want to change the balance of that. And here we go. We just changed the balance of that. See, we took that weight out right there. And I'm just going to follow that diagonal into the back. And I'm going to elevate out and turn my comb like this. So you see how that collapses it a little bit, right? And let's do the same thing over here. So the weight drops down because it was a graduated bob. And what I'm doing is I'm using my shear and now I'm lifting up and I'm taking the weights, that corner that's right here, and I'm gonna spin my comb like a backwards diagonal. And what this does is it focuses the weight to be longer in the center as the focus shifts short to long. Hope y'all can see that pretty good. So again, lifting this up and out. So you have to see it around the head, right? See it like visually. And it's not a lot that's coming off. I mean, there was, but. So you see what we're doing right here? Oh, so Brooke, it's just like doing this. But the comb is longer and skinnier than my fingers, right? So shear goes under, right? And when you pull it out straight horizontally, you see that weight, right? Right here. So what I want to do is I just want it to be a diagonal back. So I'm going to elevate out. I turn the comb so it's going on the angle that I want it to. It's more so that I see it visually about how I want the hair to drop. And I'm just trying to gently get rid of the triangle shape that was connecting the back to the front. So if you see it, the way that I changed the line, so the line initially on this haircut was short to long like a traditional graduated bob. And my friend Danny Munoz did the color on this, and he also did the haircut first. So what I did is I put a round line in going from short to long to the back. And I'm always going to be refining it because of mannequin hair, right? Mannequin hair is just such a pain in the ass. So you see I make this line a bit rounder, and I'll be constantly refining, but now you see the weight is starting to shift shorter to longer through here, right? So now, so we think about that, like if you were cutting a wedge, like a traditional wedge, everything would be this way, and then everything would be that way. And again, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with that corner that sits connection point between the ear and the back graduation. And all I'm just trying to, like, you know, it's just really just kind of elevating through it. Hey, Casey White, what's happening? And then the same thing over here, like if you think about it, like the shape, everything's kind of round, sweeping this way. So what I'll do is I'll lift this up again. And so as you see it, when I'm lifting, right, you see there's that corner that's still right here a little bit. So I'm gonna elevate and take that out. Like you think about horizontal, you know, with elevation or graduation. So again, if my line and my weight flow is like this, I mean, if this were slightly longer, I'd be so happy. But I mean, I could do that. So let me just elevate a little higher, right? Do that, and then I'm gonna pivot behind the ear. Hey, Colleen, long time no see. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I've just I've taken the section of hair and everything is on a diagonal. So it's a round shape and it goes this way. And I got this kick-ass shirt from Elevate Hair when I did the big hair show at Aveda. So that was kind of cool. I got this shirt. I love this thing. It's pretty rocking. It's got a tiger on it. I'm good, thank you. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? How are your grandkids? And your daughters? So I'm just, let me spin this around for you right here, right? So you can see that. So again, it's really just trying to give this kind of like a bowly bob type of shape. I'm a little off right here. So let me fix this before she looks like she did it herself. Because I'm fucking crazy, right? All right, so I got a little bit to work with right here. It's a little crowding. So I could use the comb, but I'm not worried about taking her eye out. And it's fantasy we all need. All right, let me do this again. Great thing about a comb is you can always draw a line with it, right? Like the direction of the way that you want shit to go. Wish we could do that in life. A little shelter. Singing along to some Cinderella right here. Oh yeah. I got this shirt the other day. I can't wait to wear it. It says Tough Old Bird on it. And I got it at our local store. It's called Rebel Supply. And Casey White knows that store. I like because it says Tough Old Bird. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. So glad to hear that, Colleen. So, I mean, I can cut this shit all night long, right? You can piss it all the way we all need. This is such a great record. It's called Shelter Me by Cinderella. And if you all like the kind of rock and roll that I like, you would love this song. If you heard me singing it on Thanksgiving when I was driving out to Pennsylvania to see my mom. Pennsylvania, right? You know, we say when people come to Brick, New Jersey, we call it Brick-tucky, right? But where my mom lives, Pennsyltucky will just do fine. All right, so we got this. This is gonna be cool. And now I'm gonna have a little bit more fun. Like I don't have enough fun already, right? Okay. Now for some more fun, just because. So how many people here use texture shears? I used to never use them. I always felt like they were cheating, you know? Because I grew up in the one scissor for everything community. But when you get busier and busier and busier, you need things to help you with shortcuts, right? So here's my 88 tooth texture shear, and this takes out the most hair. And what I'm doing is I use it vertically, and I use it to take out weight. And what I'm doing is I'm just chipping into the section of the layering, and we're gonna create this really kind of cute, messy bowl shape. And you get this really cool kind of thatchy kind of texture from it. So I'm really just kind of working like a beach ball all the way around my head, or all the way around that mannequin head. Me, I got like O.J. Simpson cranium. So my sister thinks I should do stand-up. I think that alone is funny. So, you know, so they say that when you write music or you act or you're doing anything that you're writing, that stay with what you know and don't write about what you don't know, right? Because you could kind of screw up your situation, right? I know Bruce Springsteen wrote a song where he was talking about an engine, and the kind of car he was talking about, it didn't even have that kind of carburetor on it. And we're like, and my friends that race cars were like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That was pretty funny. So, you see how that just takes out all that hair? Really just moves the hair out of there. Like it's like you can just chop, 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 chop with the bang bang, right? So the more teeth in the thinning shear or the texturizing shear, the more hair is removed. And because of that, people are always thinking that so this is maximum removal, this type of shear, right? But as you notice, I'm not going in horizontally and creating a line like that. I'm going in vertically. And I'm just kind of softening out some of the things that are going on in my haircut. And as you can see, I'm going to lift this up, and same thing, I'm going to chop into it this way. Brooke, are you still there? I had a question for you. If you're still there. Brooke, if you're still there, I want to know if you go to the Big Blue Ridge concert. That's that big, like, week-long metal show. I really want to go to that big concert in Daytona. It's called Welcome to Rockville. That looks like a lot of fun. So as you can see, I'm just using my texture shear just to soften stuff out. And you see, because it was really choppy looking before, right? It was like kind of fucked up. And again, when I first really figured out how to use these things, now I don't even ever want to go back, to be honest with you. So Brooke, have you ever been to, is it called like the Blue Ridge Festival concert down in Virginia? There's another one I'd like to go to called, oh, it's, you know what, I think like, you know, all the bands play. They did like the whole summer festival. It's like, you know, it's like all the bands from the past, like Motley Crue and Kiss and all that shit. And then lots of bands like Falling in Reverse and Black Veil Brides and those kind of bands, and like Seven Dust. And I think Metallica's actually playing it this year. Not sure. I know that Guns N' Roses is announcing yet another tour. I'm like, seriously, dude, you guys fucking need to give it up. Because Axl ain't got it. All right, so that was with an 88 tooth, and then this is like a 22 tooth or some shit like that. I'm just gonna continue to work on this. So here we go. This is the 9T. This is like the big gappy texture shear, and everybody thinks takes out a ton of hair, but it doesn't. It takes out actually less hair. It just creates space. So, see how I'm doing this, and it's hardly taking anything off, right? So I'm pretty impressed. I've always been kind of like, holy shit, look at that, right? So, I'm just having fun kind of moving this shit around, right? So just for... What kind of color should I put on this? You know I'm definitely not doing stripes on this thing. That would be funny. Everybody's doing this like raccoon stripes now. And, hey, have you heard of this thing called... yeah, my mom's in Gettysburg, actually. My mom's in Gettysburg. In West Virginia, the people that were my godparents when I was a little kid, they lived in Fairmont, if you know where that is. So I'm just hacking away. I'm just hacking away. I don't really care. It's just a mannequin. But look at my shape now, right? Pretty cool. Oh, you know what song's on now? I Remember You. Let me see. I woke up to the sound of pouring rain. The wind whisper and I think of you. Not bad, right? Sharon. Of the days gone by. You don't want to hear me pop the high note because I got it. Time into your eyes. All right, all right, all right, all right. So we're getting there. Yes! Look at them devil horns up. You ever heard the song Raise Your Horns by Hailstorm? Sharon? What a song. Made me cry. So as you can see now, I got my nice kind of roundy bowl shape going on. And if you are so inclined, you should see the great Richard Ashforth cut hair. He's from Seiko. That dude fucking rocks. So I'm laughing because there's this thing out right now, they're calling it ghost roots. And if you're as old as my ass is, which is almost 60, can you believe that shit? 59. Look at that. Isn't that cool? When Marilyn Manson came out and all the spooky kids were bleaching their roots out and dyeing them like bright orange and red and shit and blue, we just called it like, what did we call it? We called it neon roots. We called it radioactive. That's what we called it. We called it radioactive roots. So here we go. Oh, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I might do a glitch on her because she's already light enough, right? I could do a really cool glitch but she already has this though, so it's like I might as well just really just kind of leave it alone, right? Sharon, guess what song we played the other night? Can't Live Without You by the Scorpions. What a song. All right. Oh, what's Can't Live Without You by Scorpions? Oh, girl, get the Blackout record. Can't live without you. What a song. So I got my choppy fringe happening, right? And of course I'm gonna have to do some surface cutting because my haircut would never be complete if I didn't, right? We know who the fuck I am. So this will encourage forward movement because the shorter hairs will push those longer hairs forward. Oh, I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no fucking idea. I would like to have an idea, but I don't want to, I kind of like the blonde. If anything, you know what I would do? I would darken the underneath from about, I would darken all this underneath the fringe too. Like maybe to like a level 8. Level 8, level 7. Because you know what that's going to look like on blonde hair? It's going to look dark as shit, right? You know how blondes are. If they're a level 10 and you give them a level 9 toner, they think they have brown hair. It's true. All right, look at this. This is all coming together. And Cinderella's on, and they're playing Shake Me. All right. My question is, are you all having fun? Because I'm having fun. It's the Friday night hair jam, people, with no music. Because the Facebook cops get to me. Did you all see that green thing I just did? Danny Munoz did the color on that too. And then I ripped the haircut apart. And shredded it. You should. So here's the color he did underneath. It's really cool looking. It's like a combination of a gray and a champagne and like I love this. You see this right here? Can you see this? Shit. Sorry. Whoa. Okay. I love this, right? Look at that. I love this so much. I want to get rid of the really short hair on the other side that's covering it. I think that is hot. Like this color right there, I love that. So I'm gonna do my surface cutting act again. Taught to me by the one and only Trevor Sorby when I wanted to work for him really bad. And they couldn't get me working papers because they said I had to do the job better than anybody in England. And I'm going, well, there's a lot of really great English haircutters, right? And I happen to adore the English technique by Sassoon. Why wouldn't I? Right? So we're gonna do this. Right now I'm using the Kime from Hanzo. It's okay. Again, they have a really great way of marketing their shears and selling them. Because there's no, what do they call it? There's no down payment. I mean, there's no credit check. There's like a 10% down payment that you can do. And then you got like a couple years to pay it off. Like the more that you buy from them, the more time they give you to pay shit off. But if you're a crafty little fucker like me, you'll find ways to get them cheaper. And I did. So that's it. If you want to know, you can DM me, but I'm not saying it in public. So yeah, a little surface cutting on this action. I'm going to use a razor for a second. You're crazy that you got the Hanzo tattoo, but I knew that you were crazy. So I'm just taking some of these extra bits and just so yeah, so I mean, it's pretty cool, right? This is my version of the French Girl Bob. I just love how the texture looks on this thing. It's all cool, and I did most of it just with a texture shears, right? So I'm about done, and I'm going to take some pictures, and I'll put it in the comments afterwards. But I mean, you can see there's no product in this thing, and it's all, everything that you see has been cut into it, right? There's no product, nothing. I just love cutting these things. So what sucked was, like, when I go to teach classes, you know, usually you're stuck with what the salon gives you, right? If you're an educator. You know, I want to use mannequin head so I don't get stuck doing another boring haircut that I don't want to fucking do, right? And it kills me, it really kills me that, you know, I was in this class with Richard Ashforth from Seiko. And Richard Ashforth, to me, is one of the best haircutters ever on the planet. And especially right now, too. I think he's better than, his just vision is incredible, right? And he said that the way that hairdressers that are in my age group, that are in his age group, were basically going to be considered a myth or like the Jedi, because our way of cutting hair is disappearing. Because all you see is I hate to, what I'm about to say is, all you see on Instagram is bullshit. It's like the most bullshit hair you've ever seen for the most part. It's like everybody's doing some long ass, stop, dude. No more long hair, bullshit, balayage, fucking curling irons, whatever. Dude, cut some hair. Do something cool. You know, I do a lot of really I do commercial work all day long in my shop. That's all I do because you know what? A one length bob with a partial highlight and a single process on a woman that's covering gray hair is the money maker as far as I'm concerned. And that's what I do. And, you know, I just want to make some coin. But here we go. She looks pretty good, right? Again, no product. And so much more fun, right? I swear to God, everybody in the United States wants to look like the same. Right? Brooke, if you're still there, how much cool hair did you see when you were over in the UK? Like everybody looks different, right? Everybody looks different. Like here, it's like all the same, dude. It's like the same shit. Fucking boring. Do you know that the state board haircut, do you guys have a state board haircut where you're from? Because we have a state board haircut. Back where I got my license in Maryland, our state board haircut was like an old lady bubble haircut, right? It was, I come to the South. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. So there's a really cool product. I'm going to put this on for a little bit, if I can find it, because I'm blind as hell. But here we go. This is a really cool product by 7 Hair Care, and it's called Polish. And I don't work for them. I just love the product. But this stuff is like a combination of a cream, a pomade, and a gel. And what it does is it gives you kind of a wet, waxy feeling. So literally, and you can re-emulsify the stuff in your hands with water. So it looks really shiny in my hands, if you can see. I always want to do this. Like make some kind of like squeaky sound when I'm putting this shit on. So this would be pretty cool for right now, right? And then I'll do some kind of cool styling afterwards for the picture. But I'm going to take my butt home and do some adult things. And chill and make some dinner. And I hope you liked my little round shape that I did on this mannequin head. It's kind of hard to see things without a mirror.